Hey guys, again, this is the day 6 of my vlog on the month-long intensive, month-long challenge, Instagram blogging challenge, Instagram blogging training. Day 6, that's the second video. I don't know how many I will make in 30 days, but stay tuned. This one is diving into the things I'm learning as well as the challenges I'm having. Let's go! Do people still say kick ass these days, or does it show my age? Anyway, I wanted to say that I have a clear the frame, clear the frame. I wanted to say that I have an amazing kick ass curator in this blogging training that I'm doing. Her feedback on my stories is insane. Well, there's a lot of praise, so I'm doing a lot of things right, and that's good. But her main feedback is that I need to be more detailed, more concrete in my statements. So instead of saying, hey, I'm starting a blog, tell people what's in it for me, why am I doing this? And describe what kind of blog, why I'm doing this, what kind of blog this is, go into the details instead of just a blank statement, because there's a lot of questions. The topic is left unanswered, and people learn that I just leave these placating statements and move on, and that's not a good thing to do. I see like cherry picking on whatever I'm saying, like have my own conversations with me. Oh, I need to turn off the AC. It's gonna destroy my sound. 1 second, be right back. Here we go, a little better. Also the angle. I like to frame my things when the walls are parallel. You know, I don't like them. Anyway, that's a different topic. Back to the blogging course. The other thing was that I'm putting way too much text, and sometimes as an exception, it's not only okay but good, but as a general rule, leave enough text for people not to have to hold the story with their finger, which is, I don't know, this is new to me because I do it all the time. I like to read and I like to watch. I don't want to read while the video is going. I want to see the entire thing. I don't want to miss any details. So I hold, I read everything, even if it's long, and then I release the video and I let it play out. And if it's a photo, I hold it because I don't like it switching on me. And maybe I'm a slow reader, and then I release it and even swipe through. So those were my feedbacks. The other thing, this should not be new to anybody in marketing world anymore. However, if you're not in marketing and you're watching this, then you might find it useful. The expert content, the expert blog, like the one that I've created. My blog is an expert blog on photography in marketing, on how to use photography better and properly in marketing, how not to use photography in marketing. That is also important because people make a lot of mistakes, but mostly people just don't use it enough. The light has changed. Do you see it? That's why it's so good to shoot videos in a studio, because then light is consistent and it's easy to edit. But there is no problem with this here because this is off the cuff and I'm just gonna slap this together and post, because it's the information, it's not the aesthetics of these videos that I'm going for. Right, so expert content and personal content, we need to be basically like 70% personal and only 30% expert, because it's very difficult apparently to watch expert content. Like on YouTube, it's a different story. But when you're on Instagram, you came there to unwind, to take your mind off something, or pass the time, even as you're standing in line or whatever, wherever you're standing or sitting. Most of the time we're sitting, let's admit that. And you're not there to learn things necessarily. So the light, easygoing expert content that perhaps sometimes will lead to sales or to just educating people on your expertise, needs to be mixed with a lot of personal content. Basically, we're creating a series on our life, a live show, so to speak. And the crucial skill to develop here is storytelling and using stories mostly to tell stories to people, to keep them engaged, to keep them interested in what you're doing, what you're thinking, how you're feeling. That's another good thing that I'll cover in the next video, because I don't want these to be too long, you guys. And the biggest challenge I'm having with this training is that there are a lot of really great examples on well-packaged blogs, and on storytelling, I end up spending so much time going into new to me profiles, reading their profile descriptions, going into their highlights, watching their stories, often also deciding to follow these people unless they're talking about topics like maternity, for example. That's not interesting to me. I've done this. My son is all grown up and I don't intend to have any more children. So based on the topic, I decided to follow a lot of people. So I'm spending a lot of time on that. I get extremely distracted and it's hard to it's very difficult. So that's a challenge. I get so frustrated with myself. If you have any solution to that problem, please let me know. I welcome all input. Here's what's not working with the way most of us do our blogging. For example, I am the queen of inspired action. I blog when I feel like it. I create stories when I feel inspired to share in the moment. And that's not how it works. That's not how it could possibly work. There is no way to build a blog to grow if we share in such a random manner. The blog becomes the job. This is something that I have to get used to. This is something that I'm struggling with. If I don't feel like doing something, I'm not doing it. So there is a challenge in that. And this week I made progress. This week has been a little breakthrough, a little win, yay. I actually wrote a story and posted it. It was hard doing it uninspired. It was so hard. I didn't want to, but because it's a priority, because it was the number one task that day, I wrote it down. And even though the story kind of sucked, in my opinion, and with all these amazing examples that I have, but I did it. So, and that's how we shall go on. We will show up like it's our job, and no matter what, systematic, consistent, the keyword consistent and systematic. So that's it. Stay tuned for the next video. I'll try to update you again tomorrow. I'm gonna work on being also more consistent with this vlog so that you can watch what's going on and learn more. So stay tuned, subscribe, see you next video.